This film was released in South Korea for 16 days, and broke 10 million admissions, ranking second in the history of Korean cinema. To create this movie, the production invested 2 billion Korean won to construct a 7-layer hell, vividly depicting various horrifying tortures within the underworld. This film is, along with The Gods. The story begins with a firefighter encountering an accident while rescuing people from a fire. He tightly shields a little girl in his arms. Suddenly, the rope burns, and both of them plummet from a high altitude, landing outside the safety air cushion. The luckiest thing is that neither the child nor he is harmed. He sighs in relief and attempts to speak to the little girl he saved, but no matter how he questions, there's no response. Just when he's puzzled, he hears someone calling him from behind. Two people in black attire smile at him. The male protagonist warns them that it's dangerous here, but he hears a teammate loudly shouting his name from the side. As it turns out, he has died. The people in black introduce themselves as messengers from the underworld, responsible for taking him to the afterlife. However, he's fortunate because he sacrificed himself heroically to save a life, earning him the title of a righteous person. The girl is overjoyed. The last righteous person appeared 422 years ago. The firefighter, who has just realized the situation, is gestured to float by the messengers, and is drawn into a sphere of light. This is the underworld. The firefighter arrives in the underworld, where many souls like him are preparing for reincarnation. However, all deceased souls must undergo judgment for the 7 deadly sins, and only those found innocent can be reborn. The 7-layer hell conducts judgments based on the severity of each individual's transgressions, from light to severe. The firefighter's first trial was the hell of manslaughter, which represents among the 7 deadly sins. Causing death is the lightest accusation against the firefighter. He is puzzled because he has only ever saved people, and wonders how he could have caused anyone's death. Before the firefighter can make sense of it, the trial begins. Seated above is King Yimra, the judge. He questions the firefighter, asking why he abandoned his fellow rescue team member during a firefighting operation, indirectly leading to the team member's death. The firefighter is filled with guilt, not knowing how to explain. He remains silent. King Yimra becomes furious. Suddenly, the stone slab beneath the firefighter's feet cracks open, revealing a pool of molten lava, and a volcanic landscape. Those judged guilty will be eternally burned in the lava. Countless lost souls wail from within. The judge declares that the firefighter will be sentenced to spend 5 years in this punishment. However, the messengers quickly defend him and reveal the truth. During that firefighting operation, the firefighter's teammate was trapped and couldn't move. He requested the firefighter to rescue others first. After saving 8 lives, the firefighter wanted to go back and save his teammate, but it was too late. Upon understanding the truth, King Yimra declares the firefighter innocent. The second trial is the hell of indolence, used to punish those who waste their lives. However, the male protagonist was diligent during his lifetime, and had no association with laziness. He treats this trial as a visit. The messengers also remind him to not answer the questions of King Chujiang under any circumstances. As expected, King Chujiang is impressed by the firefighter's positive attitude towards life. She applauds him and even suggests erecting a bronze statue in his honor. Curiously, King Chujiang asks him what drives him to live so diligently. The firefighter responds, "For money." Instantly, King Chujiang's smile freezes, and the messengers panic. Money is a false god in hell. Believing in it is akin to believing in a cult. With a command from the king, the firefighter's bamboo raft is pushed out. Peering downward, the firefighter breaks into a cold sweat. This is a massive wooden plank, densely covered with running people. They were too lazy during their lifetimes, and in death, they are punished to run incessantly. Those who can't run are crushed underfoot. The firefighter is terrified. Sitting paralyzed on the bamboo raft, the messengers jump into the water and grab onto the bamboo raft. They instruct King Chujiang to use the realm to review the firefighter's past experiences. As it turns out, the firefighter held multiple jobs. He worked as a firefighter during the day, a designated driver at night, did odd jobs at restaurants on weekends, delivered vegetables at dawn to the market, cleaned floors at a bathhouse, and tirelessly worked day and night. His relentless pursuit of money was all for his sick mother and younger brother, who was still in school. He worked for 15 years without a single day off. King Chujiang is moved by his diligence, and the second trial is successfully completed. Next is the third trial, the hell of lies. But an unexpected incident occurs on the way. Vengeful spirits start blocking the path. The messengers say that one of the firefighter's close family members died wrongfully, and became a vengeful spirit. The firefighter panics. He's afraid his loved ones have died. The chief messenger decides to personally go to the human world to investigate. The remaining 2 messengers continue the trial with the firefighter. The chief messenger arrives at the firefighter's home, and encounters the firefighter's mother, who is fine. After his mother leaves, he discovers that the vengeful spirit is, surprisingly, the firefighter's younger brother. The vengeful spirit of his brother rushes out of the incense burner. The chief messenger hurries to chase after him. However, the brother's ghost is incredibly powerful. Despite a lengthy pursuit, the chief messenger fails to capture him. Eventually, the chief messenger finally uncovers the truth from the military unit where the brother served. One night during his night duty, the new recruit's gun accidentally fires, hitting the brother in the abdomen. Fearing that this incident could affect his promotion, the supervisor orders the new recruit to secretly bury the brother. Not realizing he's still alive, the supervisor shifts the blame and claims that the firefighter's brother became a deserter. To keep the new recruit's involvement hidden, the supervisor grants the new recruit a few days off. Meanwhile, the vengeful spirit of the brother becomes attached to him. When the new recruit tries to drown his guilt with alcohol, the brother finds him, wanting to kill him. The brother's spirit is met with the new recruit's breakdown. He hands the brother's mother a map with markings and decides to commit suicide to atone for his guilt. The brother pleads with the chief messenger to save the new recruit, and conveys through the messenger that it's not his fault, encouraging him to keep fighting. On the other side, the firefighter has already reached the 6th trial, the hell of violence. Here, he encounters significant trouble. Due to an unjustified assault on his brother during high school, he's being judged. This time, the evidence is undeniable, and he's about to be declared guilty. The chief messenger intervenes and proposes merging this trial with the 7th trial, the hell of murder. This way, if the firefighter is declared innocent in the 7th level of hell, he can be reincarnated. However, if he's found guilty, not only will he endure more terrible punishment, but the messengers will also lose their chance of reincarnation. The king agrees, and they proceed to the final trial, the hell of family bonds, symbolizing wrongdoing towards one's family. What crime has he committed? Back in the military, trouble arises again. The firefighter's mother arrives at the unit, not believing her son could be a deserter. Carrying a sign seeking justice for her son, she storms into the unit. The firefighter's brother calls for their mother to leave, but she can't hear him. Fearing exposure, the supervisor rushes forward and pushes the mother down. Unable to bear this, the brother transforms into a vengeful spirit and breaks free from his chains amid the dust and chaos. Seeing his mother pushed to the ground and knocked unconscious, the younger brother erupted in fury. The skin on his face gradually peeled away as he angrily broke free from the chains. The chief messenger tried to reason with him, but was grabbed and thrown out. The swirling sand and wind around them converged into a massive giant. Even if he couldn't be reincarnated for eternity, he was determined to protect his mother. The chief messenger couldn't control the brother, and called for assistance from the helpers of hell. The giant was shattered, but the brother wasn't ready to give up. At this moment, the deceased brother in hell was also influenced, sinking into quicksand. The younger brother's wrongdoing would prevent him from being reincarnated as well. Just before the sand was about to engulf him, a messenger shouted. Seeing his older brother's miserable state, the younger brother, out of concern, quelled his resentment and stopped seeking revenge. The chief messenger took advantage of this opportunity to bind the younger brother. Suddenly, a massive structure emerged from the underground where the firefighter was situated in hell. It was the 7th level, the hell of family bonds, presided over by the king of hell, Yama. In this trial, only those who commit grave acts against their own kin are punished. A filial person like the firefighter should be able to pass through this trial smoothly. Yama emerges from the boundary of the underworld. It turns out the firefighter had attempted to smother his own mother. His mother was suffering from a terminal illness, and his brother was malnourished. Desperate, he had planned to kill his mother, and then take sleeping pills with his brother. Fortunately, his brother intervened in time. The messengers were in despair. Yama pronounced the firefighter guilty, preparing to strip him of his right to be reborn. Suddenly, an earthquake occurred. It was the younger brother. Reaching out to his mother in a dream, he tearfully told his mother that he would go to heaven to fulfill his dreams and asked her not to blame their older brother. Because of the incident from years ago, the older brother had carried immense guilt and had lived a painful life for the past 15 years. Just at this moment,
송아, 내 새끼, 너희들은 아무 잘못 없어. 모든 게 다 이 못난 엄마가 잘못한 거야. 알았지, 얘들아? 엄마가 잘못했다.
the firefighter felt deep regret, but he no longer had the chance to embrace his mother. Yama looked at the scene before him and sighed, acknowledging that everyone makes mistakes, but only a very few can truly attain forgiveness from the heart. The firefighter was fortunate. He had gained his mother's forgiveness. Yama tore up the judgment document and declared him innocent. The firefighter could be reborn and reincarnated. Later, the chief messenger disguised as a delivery person and brought the rice cooker that the firefighter had purchased during his lifetime to his mother. Inside the rice cooker was his final letter to his mother, where he told her, "Before it's too late, I want to be by your side again." When this film was released, it achieved the second highest box office record in South Korean film history. Apart from its impressive CG effects, imaginative scenes of the underworld, and attention-grabbing cast, what truly moved the audience was the profound mother-son relationship that resonated with everyone.